We head deeper into fall. More folks are headed outside for maybe some fall fun. With people enjoying hay rides and orchards, some might be feeling a little more sniffly than usual.
That's also a problem out there. WKYT First Alert meteorologist Alexa Minton spoke with local health officials about ragweed allergies and if it could put a damper on your fall festivities.
We've seen a lot of patients coming into the office recently complaining of congestion, itchy, watery eyes, drainage.
Fall allergy season is in full swing here in the Bluegrass, with ragweed pollen numbers being high all week long.
We're beyond the tree and the grass pollen seasons, and right now we're into the weed pollen season. And for some people, if they're sensitized to the pollen, if it comes into their nose or gets on their eyes, it's going to cause a reaction.
While most folks can't experience allergies year-round, the reason you might notice more drainage this time of year could be due to the dry and mild weather we associate with Kentucky's fall season.
When the leaves fall, and if we have rain that occurs shortly thereafter, the leaves will get wet and you'll see a lot of mold growth. So it's not just weed pollen this time of the year.
Dr. Greisner said that most drugstore methods of allergy relief will work to ease that congestion, but it's the timing that is key to keeping your sinuses clear.
If you're going to head out and do some activity where you may be exposed to a lot of pollen, I would recommend taking your medications ahead of time. Take your allergy pills, your nasal sprays, perhaps an allergy eye drop about an hour before you go out.
So as we trend deeper into our fall season, make sure you're fully prepared to battle any sort of sniffly nose so you can enjoy all of that fall fun. In Lexington, Alexa Minton, WKYT.